Good morning, y'all. Good morning. 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 Y'all, it's Monday. Wake up, everybody. It's the first Monday of the new year. Rise and shine, mother. Rise and shine, mother. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Y'all ready for the first week of the new year? You know, everybody debating whether New Year's is New Year's and all that weird stuff, shit. I'm sick of y'all. Okay. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. Okay. Y'all know everything but everything. Okay. I'm sick of y'all shit. Let me just say that right now. It's kind of warm out, or is it me? I don't know. Let me tell y'all something. I realized, man, at what age, at what age does a person stop? Well, I guess you really can't stop. Um, at what age is it appropriate for a person to stop conforming to the world? Like, at what age is it deemed inappropriate to be trying to keep up with the Joneses? And at what age is it where stuff just becomes to be redundant, and it becomes to be just, what is the word? You know, hey Emily, good morning, happy new year. At what age, like at what age is it deemed unacceptable to be out here trying to appease the world, to be out here trying to keep up with the Joneses, to be out here trying to look cool, to be out here trying to be like, I be going on Instagram or whatever, and I'm not supposed to even be on Instagram, so don't even judge me. But like, you be seeing these old people. I'm not an ageist or whatever, but I'm saying you be seeing, like, I'm being for real. Like, now that I'm waking up to reality and I'm calling stuff for what it is, and I'm actually looking at the spirit that's on people and not people, in the flesh. You got to look at the spirit. And see, that's the thing about it. When you look at life spiritually, not saying religiously, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you look deeper at things from a spiritual perspective, and you see the spirit that people operate in, you really would look at a lot of things differently. Like, I'm on Instagram, right? And I'm seeing like all these, and I'm not an ageist, okay, but I'm just gonna call it how I see it. If you 50 years old, because I don't want to be seen right now, Emily. That's why it's dark. If you 50 years old, right, and you 50, why are you on Instagram holding up beer bottles and throwing up gang signs and holding up middle fingers? And like, my point is, when does all of this stuff becomes redundant? Like, it's too much. And it's crazy because it's so many older people in our older generation that conform to the world. And it's like, man, these people need to renew their mind. I'm sick of it. Like, at what point is it too much? At what point do these people ever grow up? At what point does holding on to your old patterns, your old ways, no matter what they are, why aren't people renewing their minds? Like, why do we still have the problems of people, like, on social media? Why are you still posting your butt? That's what I'm saying. Like, are y'all seeing, like, what is really going on in society? Like, at what point does it become, and it's, and the crazy part about it is not even the young generation. It's not the Gen Xers. It's not the Gen Zers. It's actually the older generation. It's actually, um he said, would you clap a trans cheeks for 500 million? That's a dumb question. That is a dumb question. Would you? That's the better question. That is a dumb question. Now, don't get on her acting crazy. Okay. If I get up and take my ass to work for $19 an hour, boy, fire under. That's a very dumb question, because I would. Okay, let's stop playing. You already know. Anyways, I'm not answering no dumb questions this morning. Um, Next subject. But no, it's not even. So you just distracted me. Um, Seriously. Hold on. He said, nigga, you would do it for free. Nah, I won't do it for free. I ain't gonna do it for free. I'm not really attracted to trans people like that. Um, no tea, no shade. I mean, I actually have trans friends, so I can honestly say that. Um, I'm actually a part of the LGBT community, so I'm not in the closet, and I'm not um I'm not confused on my sexuality by no means. So it's like, I'm not attracted to trans people, but um if anybody offered me 500 million to sleep with them, of course I would. Of course I would. Hell, that's an easy one. Most of my problems will be solved, and you tell me I just gotta sleep with you for a couple of minutes, and I get $500 million. Like, come on now. Like, that's the thing. Like, morality and all that. That's one thing, of course. But yeah, no. And I don't care. You could call me what you want. You could say I'm a prostitute. I don't care about none of that. If somebody offered me $500 million, that could solve my problems. That could solve a lot of my problems. I could help the world. I could help 500 million people. Who knows? I could take one for the team. It's not that serious now. Of course, now if that person, it depends. Like, he said, you can buy a new ass. Exactly. You could do a lot with 500 million. And if somebody tell you they wouldn't, they lie. And that's the thing I'm saying. Is like, that's actually a good question, and it ties into my topic. It's like, people be conforming to the world, and they be living these lives that's not even truly authentic, but they do it based off of conforming to the world. And that's another thing. Like, these people who be homophobic and stuff, it's like, like, y'all get on social media, and then y'all want to act like y'all just so, gangster, and y'all this and this and that, and then be living a whole double life in the background. And that's my point. It's just like, it's getting to be redundant. And I'm just looking at the world with my spiritual lenses. It's like, people I'm just saying, like, average people aren't even what is it, relatable anymore. Like, people aren't even relatable. Like, what's going on? Like, I can't relate with people. I can't relate with society anymore because everybody. What? I don't know who True Fendi talking to. Fendi, I'm ranting right now. I'm not even reading. That's why I turned the chat off because I don't even know who you talking to. Um, but anyways, it's like I'm not. Society is not even relatable anymore. Everybody is just doing like it's just like life is like a TikTok episode. You know, life is getting to be very AI animated. I can't even scroll on my phone without like cringing at the stuff I'm seeing, you know, and it's like I can't even um no, I'm actually recording a live and then I'm gonna post it. So my intention is whoever finds this video, like no lie, like some of my best YouTube videos that I have come across have been like people who are just like ranting, like minds find like minds, and just drop a few golden nuggets to just, inspire somebody, whoever trained the thought, be like, yeah, I feel the same way. That's the whole point of me doing this. Like, I'm not trying to create a whole production gang. Like, I'm not trying to be out here on no uh Kai Sente type shit. I'm not no streamer. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm really just ranting to put my thoughts out there so I could go back and listen to it, because like I be having a million thoughts going on, and I be needing sometimes to just like have that shit's recorded or write it down, and I don't feel like journaling this morning. So um exactly. So yeah. But that's the whole thing. It's just I just need to get it out, and it'll resonate later on down the line when I come back and listen to it, in case I forget it. But yeah, my whole point is it's just like people are relatable, bro. And it's only because like people are conforming to society and people are kind of like just trying to fit in. And it's so irritating because I think like honestly, I can only speak for myself. I'm 32, about to be 33. Shout out to Aquarius gang. But it's kind of like, so I'm in that like millennial generation. And of course, we all know the millennials, we had to grow up a certain way or whatever. And, we had to grow up quick. So, we was on the brink of like, the new school and the old school. So we kind of like sandwiched right there in between, you know. And of course, like the millennials, we very mature for our age. But I'm looking back on like our parents' generation and all that stuff. It's like the older generation, like 35 and up. Like looking with my spiritual eyes, like no disrespect if you like 35 and up, but them niggas is childish as hell. I don't understand how we made it out. And I see why like millennials are so stressed out, because like, bro, our parents are goofy as shit. And I'm gonna speak for myself. Like, I'm not giving them no passes. Like, my parents is goofy as hell, and I'm pretty sure your parents are goofy as shit. Looking at it, like even looking at it now is like, bro, them niggas is goofy. Like them niggas is childish. Like it's no surprise why the world is in the state is in now, is because like these people, like our parents and like that older generation, like these people are actually like, these are like the like they agents of the matrix, fool. And it's weird, and I don't like being around the older generation. Like they so boxed and they so conformed and they so negative and they so narcissistic and they so passive aggressive, and it's like they can't even see it, bro. Like, for example, like take Trump for example, like how he went and like snatched them people president. Like, I don't know why the older generation feel like they entitled to do stuff and impede on people's personal freedom and liberties, or like they have the right to do stuff that they only got a right to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like nah, but that's just how it's been. Like, that's what I'm saying, Jackson. Like, you might be trying to be funny. I don't know if you trolling me right now, but if you really see, that's really what's going on. Like, literally, it's more than 4 billion people on the planet. By the way, it's more like 9 billion people on the planet. So, yeah, and majority of people don't give a shit about really nothing. Most people care about, you know, the simple pleasures of life, like just this, you know. But my thing is, yeah, because the truth is stranger than fiction. Like, if you want to go down a rabbit hole of like what's the truth, or if you want to go down a rabbit hole of like what's really going on the planet, of course, don't nobody want to talk about those things. You know why? Because those things require honesty. Those things require transparency. Nobody wants to be transparent. Nobody wants to say, "Oh, hey, yeah, I'm also too a satanic, PDF filer, and I'm into the dark arts as well, but I can't tell nobody." Or, "Oh yeah, I'm into this too, and I can't." Like, if we be honest about life, right? Human nature, nobody is ready to have a true conversation about human nature, because it will also require you to be transparent. Because let's be honest, right? Uh, we all have some level of darkness within us, and we all have some level of what is it? We all have some level of I wouldn't say secrets, but we all have some level of shadow. And so it's like, you either, like, what I'm noticing in the world now is like two extremes. You either too much in your shadow, or you are, what's up, Dark Horse? You either too much in your shadow, or you are avoiding your shadow. Okay, it's like either or extreme. There's no balance in the world right now. Like, you got all these influencers. Like, I cringe at these people, bro. Like you got all these influencers who like want to have like this perfect clean aesthetic. Like, people, what's going on, bro? Like, that is a spirit of deception. Like, eh, I'm not saying, it's like that whole like Kim Kardashian. Oh, I have OCD and I want everything to be white and I want everything to be organized. Like, bro, that is a spirit of extremism. It's like people are not balanced in reality. And I don't think the world could see it. Like, this AI shit where like people have to like be perfect and all of this. Like y'all, people don't understand what the world is slipping into, and it's actually psychosis. It's actually going to unleash a spirit of mental illness on the world. But to be honest, my favorite generation is actually the young generation now, like Generation Z. I love this generation because in actuality, um Carl Jung said our shadow is like our mirror self, but darker. Yeah, that's true. Like, I love the generation. I love the younger generation now, because they actually see the extremism of what's going on in society, because they're looking at us, like the older generations, and they see like how we so fucking fried. Kendrick or Drake, who won? Bro, listen, that's a whole nother subject. Both them niggas is on the same team, bro. Like, what are y'all talking about? That was just a whole distraction. Like, are you serious? Like, what are you saying? That was all organized and it was all planned. But it's just like the younger generation is like they crave, like they actually are pulling out of the matrix because they seeing now like all this shit is cooking niggas. All these TikToks and all these influencers, like the younger generation, bro, they don't want to be robots. Like they don't want to be robots. And like all this stuff is making us into robots. Like all this fake perfectionism and all that stuff. Like, man, all these people, these celebrities and these influencers, they ain't do nothing but try to program our brains to be, you know, fake. Cap that, like saying Nas and Jay Z are Tupac Biggie. I'm new here. Uh, no. I mean, I don't know what you mean by who won. Like, what do you mean who won? Who had the best song? I don't know. I'm not really a Kendrick fan like that. I used to be a Drake fan, but I don't really fuck with Drake. Drake is annoying to me. Um, his spirit ain't right, and I don't ascend to beyond that. Um, like Drake is very demonic, okay, and it's not worth me investing my energy into these demonic artists. Like all that stuff is like it's fading out. Like I'm done with all that fake matrix shit. Like um I don't mean no harm, no disrespect. I just I'm not interested in it anymore. I could care less what celebrities got going on. Um, them all them niggas in bondage. But anyways, so yeah, and that's another thing. Like it actually, you know what? It's funny because that's who Instagram I was actually on that sparked this. I was like, it's funny. I was like, why these old ass niggas always like Drake all on Instagram with guns and stuff. And I'm like, nigga, you finna be 50 years old. So you telling me at 50 years old, you done made $1 billion. Okay, you done been around the world. You done had success. Like that's literally what sparked this whole rant. I'm like, at what age do these niggas grow up? At what age and when do we start holding these niggas accountable to be like, homie? Like y'all niggas need to portray a different image to the world. Like y'all got guns and y'all throwing up middle finger signs. It's like, what message are y'all sending and why are we keep accepting this? Like literally these people are telling y'all fuck y'all, like we gonna drag y'all to hell with us, and that's what it's gonna be, and y'all gonna continue to buy our music. We're gonna continue to flex in y'all face and call y'all brokies and stuff like Lotto and all this stuff. And my whole point is, when do we, as you know, human beings with a soul, with a spirit, with a mind, when do we start waking up and realize, like, hey, bro, your spirit not right? And I don't resonate with that. So, Block Boy, I thank you, Block Baby. I thank you for bringing that up because that's literally who really inspired this whole rant. It was literally that. I was scrolling on Instagram. And I'm seeing all these old niggas doing all this old shit. And I'm just like, man, I'm so sick of this. I'm like, y'all do the same stuff, you know. You just gotta focus on your mindset and your core. I know, true enough. True. That's very true. But at the same time, I'm gonna hold people accountable in society because that's the only way we can grow, actually. You know, especially if we want to see actual change. It's not enough to just focus on yourself. No, because you know, everything is connected. You know, but we as a collective also too have to hold each other accountable for, you know, moving forward the stuff. It ain't saying that I want these people to change. Yeah, I could easily just block them out. I could easily just be like, you know, whatever. But I do know like this stuff trickles down and it affects society, and it affects children and it affects the community because guess what? I gotta go in my community and I'm seeing kids doing the same thing. So I'm not just gonna fold my hands and be like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna focus on myself because that's not how change gets initiated is what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm calling these niggas out. I'm calling these niggas out. Y'all niggas is too old to be putting out toxic negative messages just so you could appear to be cool. Because I know at the end of the day, y'all niggas really pussy behind them bodyguards, behind them chauffeurs and all that. Like y'all niggas is really not about that. But at the end of the day, y'all want to portray a message to the people to make it seem like, your life is just, this gangster shit and this and this and that. And it's like, come on, man, it's 2026. Like we already know, like you niggas, y'all some Illuminati booty cheek spread niggas. Like y'all niggas is not really, on that. So my point is, when do we as society stop all this disassociation and all this pretending like we don't see the truth? And when do we wake up and hold ourselves accountable? You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting closer to that time. And like God say, every man is going to give into account for everything that he's said, that he's done. And that's the biggest trick of the enemy, is to make you believe that he's not real. So if you're in agreement with all that stuff and you can't see what's really going on, then that's another issue. So if I could at least just wake one person up to be like, hey, be conscious of what these people are trying to portray. That's my whole mission. You can listen to what you want to. You can support who you want. I really don't Instagram or none of these social medias. I don't be on none of that. All I do is work. If it's I'm coming up in the world, and that's all I can say. Yeah, that's good. You gotta stay focused on that. For sure. Social media is not a positive place. It's really not. Yeah, like they need all this stuff on the outside to hide that they were soft on the inside. Yeah, they trauma. I mean, I don't want to talk about nobody. I mean, we all human. Trust and believe that. But yeah, them people, they living inauthentically. And it's like they are pushing the wrong narratives to people just to, you know, appear to be a certain way, and it's all false and it's all lies. Like, and that's the part that's irritating me, is like, y'all niggas is in bondage. Like y'all niggas are slaves. Like y'all niggas, like literally, like y'all niggas, yeah, you rich, yeah, you got this and this and that, but that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not trying to speak on what no nigga do with his soul and with his life and his time and his energy. That's his choice. But what I can say is, um, I don't think we need more negative role models in the world. I think that's why hip hop is going through a shift that it's going through. Because I don't think the world needs more um, promoters of violence. I don't think the world needs more promoters of murder and all that stuff. Like, not to say it's not going on, but it's just like, come on now. Like, humanity is suffering enough. And yet we got to look at you old niggas. We got to look at y'all niggas who ain't suffering, who got everything your heart could ever want, but yet y'all the main people promoting negativity. And it's like, how can you not say something? How can you not say stuff like that don't bother you? Like, how can you just sit back and and not hold these people accountable? I don't know. I just feel like, more people gotta step up. I'm not saying we gotta boycott these people. I'm not saying we gotta, cut these people off or cancel these people, but it's just like, come on, man. Y'all need to be more conscious of what y'all promoting to people and what y'all out here selling. I could go down that rabbit hole of all of that. I know about all of that stuff. Like, I grew up with that. I'm a millennial. Of course, I grew up listening to all these people, Young Money, Cash Money, all that. We need more role models and people who actually say like, "Hey, I don't think like that." Exactly, but see, that's what they have created. They have created a whole system where this is the B system. So it's all connected and it's all about control. You know, they can't come out and say, if and if you do get one of those type of people, trust and believe they gon' hijack the movement and they gonna make it some type of fake woke movement, and then eventually that person is going to be used and manipulated to spark some type of fake movement. And that's the thing about the system. You fighting a machine. You're not fighting people. You fighting a machine that has thought this out. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got fake woke people out here like Candace Owens and what's like Charlie Kirk, and the machine know how to get people on these fake woke campaigns. But see, that's why you and people like me and you who actually are real people and who actually don't have a hidden agenda, we have to speak out. It's you and I that's going to bring about the change. We can't continue to look at these celebrities and these politicians and these activists because they all sold out to the system too. It's only going to be a matter of time before somebody come along and be like, "Oh yeah, I don't stand for none of that." But then guess what? In the background, guess what? They're going to be standing for all of that. The machine know what it's doing, man. and that's what's pissing me off, because it's like, I see you niggas is working for the machine. Like, you niggas is part of the machine. But I'm also tired of y'all promoting that shit to us. And I'm also tired of us buying that shit. And I'm also tired of hearing it. And I'm also tired of y'all putting it out there for us to see. Like, have some decorum, like, have some respect. And I feel like that's why you sold to the system of YouTube and not getting paid enough to talk shit. Well, first of all, I don't give a damn about you or YouTube. Let's start there. Okay. And that's my whole point. I do get paid enough to talk shit because I do it for less than this. Okay. What's up? What are you talking about? And that's another thing too. Yeah, you're right. All this stuff is a net. Okay. Once you log on the internet and you on YouTube and you on Facebook, you is stuck in a trap. Okay. Your digital footprint. Okay, this world is gone to shit in a handbasket. And then you got to deal with some irrelevant ass troll like L Hacker coming on here trying to talk their little shit like I don't already know what's going on. Motherfucker, if you don't get back with that weak ass shit, I left your ass back in 2022, okay? You ain't talking about a motherfucking thing. But anyways, and I'm going to continue to talk my motherfucking shit, okay? If you want to donate to a Cash App, let me know. Until then, you can keep on moving. And so, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy what's going on. Everybody working, everybody a bot, everybody a hacker, a agent. Man, listen. They have really did a number on humanity. What's up, Ireland? But I still got hope. There's still some type of hope left, I guess. I don't know. Um, it's gonna be hope for me. I don't know about y'all because see, I'm waking up and I'm not gonna continue on living the same way that I've been living, giving these people my energy because see, it's all about energy. You know, everybody is like an energy parasite, and that's all it is. It's all energy parasites. You know, we see what's happening in the USA. We have hope for Americans. Child, thank you. I guess. Mm. Child, please. Americans don't need no prayer. Americans need to get off TikTok. You get hooked on something you don't realize what it's doing to people. Yeah, no, people don't realize until it's too late. And it's all because, everything in society is really made to be a counteraction for it's like an addiction. Yeah, it is a mass awakening because we realize that everything has been created to be some form of distraction to distract you from actually what the true cause of what's really going on. And that's really the fact that, okay, one, yeah, of course we all got trauma, but everything else has been a band-aid. Whether it's the fast food, whether it's the social media, whether it's the entertainment, whether it's, your TV or doom scrolling. Like, if people really wake up and see, like, these people are really selling you trauma. These people are doing nothing but selling us trauma and pain, and we buying it. But yet we call it entertainment. That's the point of it all, to hate each other. Yeah, and it's real. And we buy it and we support. And guess what? The main people that are orchestrating all this hate and chaos, they rich and they successful. Yeah, of course they pay for it on the back end. I already know this, because I just know how it works. I know all them rich and powerful people. Yeah, they in bondage too. I'm not even worried about them. Like God tell you, He say, don't envy the wicked. You don't supposed to envy the wicked because they got their own. Oh, thank you, hide and seek. Thank you. They got their own problems, but and see that's why I do it, because those who get it. And I just want people to know, they not alone in this. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for donations or whatever. I just want people to know, like, yeah, it's still some real humans out here left. It's still some humans who are struggling every day. Me, myself, and I. I'm not rich. I'm not successful by no means. But one thing about it, I feel like people who have had a bad life understand it more than people who have had it easy. Of course. And I one thing about it, I ain't taking no mark. I haven't sold out. I haven't compromised my soul. I thank God. There have been times where I have been tempted. I'm not perfect, but I want to let somebody out there know, because I know during my testing and my trial, I felt alone. I felt like everyone around me was working with the enemy. So if I could just be somebody's lighthouse to know you're not alone. And if you need somebody to talk to you, if you need somebody to, you know, pray against them devils and them demons that you're dealing with, I got you. Okay. I listen, I'm not working with Illuminati. I'm not initiated into no occult and none of that. Like, I'm transparent. What you see is what you get. And I think that's important for people to have in this day and time, because people are so deceptive, and it's so many um it's just a lot of deceptive people, man, and it's just crazy. And it's kind of like, Lord have mercy, who can you trust? You don't got nobody to trust. Like, everybody is like, it's just have this um energy of like, Y'all know what I'm saying. I know y'all experiencing it too. I know y'all experiencing it. And it's like you waking up to realize you can't even trust your family. It's like, everybody is in on this stuff and you feeling paranoid, and it's just like, who can you trust? So I want to be that one person. If it's just me to know, yes, no loyal, deception, hate, evil, envy. It's a lie. And I feel like a lot of people, they get that spirit of suicide, which I understand, because when you feel like you can't trust nobody, and when you feel like life ain't gonna get no better, and you feel like you all alone, yeah, you can get a spirit of suicide. I've been there. So, if I could just be a beacon of light, and to help people know, like, yeah, you're not crazy and you're not alone. And, exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's how I know it's something deeper spiritually going on with people, because people are actually good-hearted. I don't care if you white, black, Asian, wherever you from. People naturally want to do the right thing. That's how I know, you know, there has been a lot of darkness. Um, there has been a lot of darkness that has been going on, a lot of mind manipulation. Hold on, let me read that. Kipper, please stop. I don't got time for you. I'm 36, 5 daughters, and no friends. I don't need anyone. I got my family. I focus on my own business. I leave my house every day too. Just spread love and kindness to my kids too. And see, that is the most powerful thing you could be doing during this time. Is spreading positivity, because it's so hard. It's so hard, because when I wake up and when I go start my day, believe it or not, I'm actually one of those people that are experiencing gang stalking right now. It's actually getting better, but I'm one of those targeted individuals that you're hearing about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the hardest thing in the world to not let people's negativity and bullshit. Yeah, this life is in, but life with Jesus. Yeah, exactly. So I'm one of those people where I'm trying to regain my balance, because naturally I'm a positive person. Naturally, I'm a very loving person, very kind person. um Naturally, I want to go out, and I want to be happy, and I want to be positive, and I want to spread light, and I want to spread great energy, because that's just who I am. I feel better when I do that. But since, like, these past couple of years where I've been experiencing gang stalking, and you know it's been kind of rough, because the enemy has been doing everything in his power, to ruin my day. When I wake up, I'm faced with some type of, like these trolls on YouTube. They don't bother me. I don't even waste time blocking these people, because I already know these people are bots. I Listen, these people need the good energy more than anybody. So they could come in here and spam the comments, the chats, whatever they need to do. Okay, because they need the healing energy more than anybody, and that's why I'm on here. I'm not going to spend my time going back and forth with no trolls. They could sit back and they could listen, and they could learn something, and they could soak up some of this positive energy that we putting out, and they can have a great day, or choose not to. It don't make a difference. But listen, I'm woke in this hour. I already know. If you still, like, that's my whole point. If you still, okay, wanting to be a troll, be negative, send out negativity to people who are not being negative towards you, then baby, you better wake up quick, fast, in a hurry, because you got some you you dealing with something that yeah. So I'm not worried about no YouTube trolls. I'm not worried about nobody who want to get on here and say anything negative. Okay, because you under some type of spiritual attack, and we gonna pray for you. Okay, it's time out for all of that. Okay. I don't know what you've been doing for the past few years, but it's time out for that. It's time out for all of this negativity. It's time out for all this darkness. I don't know about y'all, but I'm over it. Okay. And I'm gonna fight back, and I'm gonna fight with the lights. Okay. When you want to come at me with negativity, I'm gonna come at you with the truth, and I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna counteract it with some positive. So yes, if you want to be in here and you want to troll the comments, be my guest. We're gonna send you love, and we're gonna send you light, and we're gonna pray it gets better. And we're gonna win. And good is gonna triumph, and good is gonna overcome evil. I believe that. I believe that. And once the good, okay, once people rediscover, that it's okay to be good. Because see, we've been living in a society for the past 50 years that's all been about hustle and bustle and, you know, economic growth and war and this. Like, we got to snap out of it. We got to snap out of this. We are under a spell. And it's and only way we can wake up is if we wake each other up. We can't wait on them to wake us up. Exactly. Oh, that's powerful. God says, "Be not afraid." Amen. We can't wait on the governments to wake us up. We can't wait on the governments to unite us. We have to take our power back. We have to wake up and realize it's up to us. We have the freedom, just like we got people from Ireland on here. It's nothing separating us but us, okay? It's nothing separating us but the thoughts that we have in our minds and the boundaries we have put up to protect ourselves. But all of that is an illusion. So it's time for us to destroy all these negative, dark, evil systems that they have put in place to keep us separated, to keep us afraid, and keep us in fear and in negativity. And that is the mission moving forward. And it starts with us, one, okay, one, returning back to God, because unless we return back to God, we're not going to be able to do nothing. I don't ever want to leave God out the mix. Exactly. Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. Listen, the shift is happening, and the shift is us returning back to God. I don't care what revolution we could spark. We could spark any revolution, but if we don't keep God and we don't keep Jesus Christ in the midst, it's not going to last, and it's not going to be sustainable. So unless what we talking about is trying to rid the world of sin, okay, because it's a sin issue, unless we talking about actually ridding the world of sin and getting back to God, we're not talking about nothing. We have a sin issue. We have become complacent with sin. We have become complacent with negativity and darkness. We've learned to live with devils. We've learned to compromise with evil. And when we try to go down the path of righteousness, the world makes us feel guilty for it. No, it's time out for that. These devils got to get back. Their time is up. We done made these devils rich. We done made these devils successful. Okay? They done got fat off the land, and they still trying to destroy us and take us to hell. I don't know how much more we can give them, but I know one thing for me is up. I don't have no more to give them. I don't have sympathy. I don't have nothing else to give these demons. It is now time for the kingdom of God and the saints to rise up. I'm not investing no more into Hollywood so they could breed more PDF filers. And I'm not standing out in lines and idolizing politicians and all the. I'm not doing it no more. It's time out for that. It's time for God's people to rise up. It's time for a holy revival. It's time for holiness to return back to the world. These devils then these demons then got rich off the blood of God's people. And they don't think we see what's going on. So it's time for us to stand up, and it's time for us to take our power back. And it has to start with taking our energy back, returning back to God, getting rid of sin that's in our life. And also we got to go out and we have to spread the light, and we have to spread the love of Jesus. And that's the truth. That's the only way. Because our weapons are not carnal. Our weapons are mighty in spirit. It's a spiritual war. And trust me, your weapons are powerful. They're very powerful. So that's been part of the deception, is to put the church to sleep so that these demons can do what they need to do freely. But as we wake up, just how I'm calling these entertainers out for putting all this negative stuff out there, see, that's the reason why they don't want the church to be woke, because they know once we wake up, we're going to see stuff like that. We're going to call out stuff like that. Just like those pastors that say, wait, y'all can't go to no Beyonce concert. Y'all know that's a gate to the underworld. And indeed it is. Because, see, that's the job of the church. The church is supposed to navigate you through spiritual affairs and to shine a light on darkness. So that's my message for today. I've been on here too long. So yeah, happy Monday, y'all. Happy New Year. Thanks y'all for checking in with me. Thank y'all for the nice comments. I hope y'all have a great, wonderful day. Remember, go out, spread love and light, and God bless you all.